Did you like it though? Did you?
Double time.
So so here's my problem because last year who I had pretty high. And I don't have a thing. He ended up not getting any draft capital, but I had him only high more so because of his pedigree. Because I do my the pedigree do go in my score, prospect score, and that was Justin Short, and he ended up being on IR the whole season. So I don't even know how he plays, but that's why I just when they don't get the draft capital, I really just I don't.
Do
You know,
you ding guys for transferring?
do I ding them?
Yeah.
No, because that's just the world we in now.
Now it
I'm
wasn't
just saying that's the
last
college
year.
world we in. I look, matter of fact, I want guys who transfer. If you're not getting no play, go somewhere and get play. Why are you staying? Like, go get
Everybody
some play
can do that.
somewhere else.
I think like I don't like that, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like
Don't be
earn your
don't be
playing
the
time.
old
Like
fogey, old college fogey.
no, it's not that. It's like I just want to tap into somebody's mentality. Like, how do you think about it? It's like, oh, I'm not getting the ball. I'm not playing. All right. Well, it's different if you're not getting the ball. You're not playing. And you're better than everybody.
But you
Coaches
usually
just
put a human element to things. Right now, to me, you're not trying to put yourself in that kid's shoes. That probably was promised something totally different.
so what?
So what?
Yeah, that's how. Look, think about it.
That's the issue.
No,
Because
it's not.
if
Look, 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 look.
if
First
I'm
of all,
leaving my house,
all right, give me
leaving
an
home
example.
off the
Give me an example.
promises you made,
Right.
and now I don't trust you. You
Give me
lied
an
about
example.
everything you told me. You think I'm
Give me
scared?
give me a realistic example about like a promise a coach would make to a kid that would make him
You're
transfer.
gonna be the starter. You're
Okay,
gonna be the starter. We
like
set
first
you
of
up to be
all,
the starter this season.
all
And
right,
he come and next thing you know, he's number 3 on the depth chart
all right, cool. So
as a quarterback.
all right, any coach, I don't care about quarterbacks. That's different. I
I'm
get that.
just saying. You asked me for examples. So
No, no, yeah, no. I get quarterbacks moving around because it's only one guy that can be on the field, right? Wide receivers, I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I need to see you stick it out for like, give yourself 3 years to actually compete and get better and earn playing time. You dig? Like, if it don't work out after 3 years and you know you gave it your shot, but they just keep bringing in some dogs, then like that's different. But don't like as soon as they bring in somebody that, or you gotta come, you it's two other wide receivers in your class and you can't separate yourself from them. That should tell me something about you, right? Like,
Only program I would have stayed at as a running back would be Alabama.
why not Georgia?
Why would have? Oh, Georgia. Okay, I didn't say Georgia, but as a
They,
wide
they
receiver, oh, I give you 2 years. If it don't look like I'm about to start the third year, it's like you're not guaranteeing me you're going to be on the field
so here's
90%
the
of the
thing.
time. I'm gone.
Any
You get
coach,
2 years out of me.
look, like any coach worth their salt should not be guaranteeing any of these 19, 20-year olds
I
anything.
guarantee you they are though.
Right. But I don't think they're coming out the gate and be like, you're gonna be a starter for me. It's typically a kid might say, well, where do I fall in the depth chart? Where do you think I could? First of all, why are you even asking that question? Like, if you hear how Dabo Sweeney talks about Trevor Lawrence, like Trevor Lawrence never even brought up wouldn't like starting or anything like that. Because he knew he was him. He knew like once he got there, he was gonna outperform whoever was there.
And guess what? And if he would have been put as the backup, guess what he would have been?
He was a backup.
Another school the next year.
He was a backup. That's
just
just
saying.
not
If he would have spent 2 years as a backup, what do you think he would have been?
right. But so here's my issue, right? Like
if you feel like that, you should love that boy at Texas because he waiting patiently. He getting paid for it, I'm sure. Manning, thoroughly, I'm sure he getting paid for it.
No. Look, I say you give it 3 years, but you have to work. Right? You have to work, you have to compete, you got to get better, you got to earn your playing time. If that don't happen for you, then like, all right, you got to go do what you got to do, right? But you just leaving like after your first year of not getting any playing time, who the fuck? Like, what do you think this is, bro? You get better, right? Because it sounds like someone who's entitled. Like they feel like they should start.
And guess
No,
what? If you're a 5-star recruit projecting to go first round, I can see them having that feeling.
I don't care.
I guess, but like I said, I would give it 2 years. You talking about give it 3? You done lost your
Yeah,
damn mind. You done lost your damn
give
mind.
it three. Give it three. Like
You,
I don't give.
if I
Look,
go back in time and told 18-year-old Jay to be patient for 3 years, fuck out of here.
no, it's not like I'm
A
just.
19-year-old to be patient for 3 years.
I'm not saying be patient. I'm
You
not
are
saying
saying be patient.
no. I'm saying work.
Work hard
I'm
and
saying
be
get
patient,
better. I'm
and
saying be
you'll get
competitive.
your spot.
I'm saying be a football player. I'm saying work hard, be competitive, be like when if it's your kid, like are you gonna tell him every time he meets some adversity, some competition, well just go where it's not gonna be adversity, just go where there's no competition? Like I wouldn't raise my son that way. Like that's not the type of mindset that a true competitor has to me, right? Like
That to me, I'm be honest with you, that sounds like some bull junk to me because this is a game. This is a game. This is a game, and guess what? You got to play the game the right way.
right.
And in order to play the game the right way, you need to get your numbers. You need to get look. You need to get eyes on you. You need to get your numbers. That's the
You
most
need
important
yeah,
thing.
but you gotta try
The
to
most
make
important thing is not playing it the right way. The most important thing is getting your numbers and getting eyes on you
wait.
and make sure
I'm
people
not
know
saying
you're good.
look, I'm not saying like because here's the thing, bro. Like these kids, we always what we hear about is a guy that transferred and then lit up the world. Like, but for every kid like that, there's 20 other kids that just ran away from competition, but ran into it somewhere else and
And
folded.
guess what? And they find out they're their guy,
And no,
and they don't make the league. Cool.
right, yeah, but like they might have had a better chance with the same coaching staff that knows their strengths, knows their weaknesses, felt some type of loyalty to them because they had the loyalty to them
How
and would
many
have
coaches you really feel have like a loyalty to a player?
this Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint. You don't think Georgia could have got a better player than
You
him?
didn't answer my question. How many coaches you really feel like they have a loyalty to a player?
Most coaches have loyalty to most players that have been with them for 4 years.
Because you know
Most.
who I have a very high grade on, but guess what? He ain't getting that much playing time, and thank God he finally transferred. It was a dude from Ohio State.
Fleming.
Dogs just kept Flemings. Dogs just keep on coming. You
Right.
should have been left, homie.
But I give
I
no,
respect you staying now. I hope you learned all you can learn.
I give him all the credit in the world because he stayed for 3 years. Like
3 years, yeah, he stayed more longer than that.
no, I think this his fourth year?
Nah, yeah, it's like his fourth. feel like this about to be his felt like it's his 5th year. He been there a minute.
But he was
Feel like he'll be
he
a
was like,
6th year senior. He been there a long time.
yeah, he was like the what like top 5 recruit in the country, number 1 recruit in the
Mm-hmm. I'm
number
surprised
1.
that man stayed. I am thoroughly surprised.
But I give him all the credit in the world because it's Julian, right? Julian Fleming, yeah. I give him all the credit in the world because like he didn't run. And like look, I'll tell you when you get to year 3, I get it. Like I promise you I get it. But like show me like you willing to compete before you tuck your tail and fold. Yeah, he redshirted his first year in 2020. Yeah.
And so he gonna be a. So I can't wait to see what he do at another place because I'm curious. I'm
Yeah,
curious.
Penn State right now.
I
So
can't wait. I'm
and
looking for it. I'm all for it.
Apparently Penn State got a top 5 pick at quarterback right now. That's what they telling me. So who knows, right? And I'm wishing him the best. Now I guarantee you, no one's gonna ask him questions about like, dog, you playing with Marvin Harrison, Olave. You know what I mean? Like Garrett Wilson. Like, okay, we get it. But these other dudes that's just running, they're not like running to playing time. They're running away from competition. I think that says something.
I don't know. Then that happened. Was that who was that? Waddle? Was it Waddle?
Hmm.
Who? Yeah, I mean,
Wait, what about Waddle?
I can't remember. It was somebody that went to Alabama for 1 year and broke out. You know, he left.
Wait, he,
Was that Waddle left on Ohio State? Went to Alabama and went
oh
crazy.
no, no, no! It was
Who was
Jameson
that?
Williams.
Yeah, Jameson Williams. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, yeah, he
I
went crazy. So he left Ohio State,
And
but
he
he
did
was
he only took 2 years. I told you, all it takes 2 years for you to figure out what direction you need to go. And they just keep stacking like a 5-star recruits. I
again
be
this.
I be curious when I see a 4-star go there. Hey, go there and learn what all you can learn because you ain't gonna be there long. You will have to be that dude for you to stay as a 4-star at Ohio State. I don't know why you're going there. You're going there to learn, I'm guessing.
Nah, so most of those guys were 4 stars. Like Marvin Harrison was a 4 star. Um, Olave was a 3 star. I'm trying to think.
You sure? I don't think about it.
I do this, bro. Like Olave was a 3 star. Garrett Wilson was a 5. Marvin Harrison was a 4. Fleming was a 5. I'm trying to think. Jameson was a 4.
Well, maybe I meant to say 3-star. When the 3-star go there, must be going there to learn.
Nah, they're going to compete. I know you're not familiar with what it looked like, with what a competitor looks like, but that's exactly what it looks like. Olave, I think he's from the area, so he goes to a Ohio State camp, and the coaches is like, "You gotta get your hands better." All right, cool. He goes to another camp. He went crazy. He got his hands better. It's like, all right, we like the progress. We're gonna keep in touch. Comes to like balls out junior year, goes to another camp. Then they gave him the offer, but he was still only a 3 star. Mind you, like Ohio State has the because he's in the area. Ohio State has access to him and can see him all the time, right? So like Ohio State is ahead of the recruiting services on this kid because they have access to him. So they gave him an offer and he accepted it. This is dream fucking school. Like it's who he grew up rooting for. So like, yeah, he want to go. But he didn't just go there to like, you know what I mean, just learn and be a part. He went there to play. You know what I mean, to put on the jersey and actually
Well,
have
you
the.
have no choice but to learn. You gonna be, and like I say, you're going to a grade school that's putting out high pedigree of wide receivers, and you're gonna be surrounded by talent. You have no choice but to learn. You gonna get better just being in that in that environment.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
That's why I trust any wide receiver that come out of there, and I'm gonna trust any running back that come out of Alabama. I don't care how you view them. I'm gonna give you grace. Jace, what's his name?
McClellan.
Guess what? A
Mm,
more athletic Brian Robinson. I'm gonna give him all the grace, and I bet you the NFL gonna like him too.
I guess, but he
Why?
not B Rob.
Why?
He wasn't B Rob when B Rob was there.
Why?
And then B Rob left. He's not B Rob. Look, I wasn't super high on B Rob, but
Nobody was. But
I
guess
knew
what?
the
The
NFL would like
NFL
him
was
more than
like,
I would.
"Come
Exactly.
on now."
I knew the NFL would like him more than I did, but like McClellan not 6 feet, he not 230. Like it's different with B Rob. Like
Watch,
B Rob is a flavor,
watch,
right?
watch when he go to the combine, kill it. Come on down. He's gonna kill the combine too. Kill it.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe you're right. Like when I was remember we was talking earlier about the running backs that will separate themselves once the combine comes around. He has good athletic testing from high school,
Crazy athletic testing. Not
but
good.
I don't think
Crazy.
so. All of those athletic numbers should get better in college, and they almost always do. But sometimes they don't, and I just didn't
Even if they
see.
stay the same, I bet you his athletic numbers he did in high school are going to be better than 90% of the people do this year. That's
ninety
that's how
percent.
good it was in high school.
Wait, 90%.
90% gonna be his high school numbers are gonna be better than 90% of the running backs that do whatever.
All right, before we go down this path, I just want to wrap this last thing up. So Olave went there to not just learn, right? He went there to compete, earn job, and he did it in his, I want to say his second year. He earned a lot of playing time his second year. Then he went crazy in his third year. There was no reason for him to come back, right? But he came back anyway for his fourth year, and still dominated. Like that's the type of shit I love to see,
I
right?
don't
Like
love to see nobody go back their 40 year. I don't love that shit.
I don't care. Like if you nice, you nice. Like
I ain't gonna knock you. I told you I don't knock anybody for going staying their senior year. But
right,
why are you
right.
doing it? You could be your first
Because you
round
think you
pick.
could.
You was that dude for the school. Forget that school. They only care about themselves.
Nah, so I think let's forget that school. I don't care
Forget
about
that
themselves.
school. They only care about themselves.
All right, look, I think in some cases it makes sense, right? Like Devontae Smith, he could have entered after his junior year, but the other players, not just on his team, but the other players around the country, that has so much more hype, and he knows like once these other two dudes are out the way,
Oh yeah, he
you know
wouldn't
what I
have
mean?
got
Like
first round draft capital. That would.
exactly, you know what I mean? So if I could come back
But
and not,
Olave would have got it. He was that dude then already.
nah, he wouldn't. I don't think
I
he would
felt
have got.
like it.
I don't think he would have got that first round draft capital. They like I don't nah, I don't see it. I don't think he would have got that first round draft capital. It's just it's because like there was so much hype around everybody else in the country. And then what's the first thing they start doing as soon as like the end of the college football season over and everyone made their declarations? Okay, who are the top returning receivers? Who are the top returning tight ends? Who are the top returning quarterbacks? When your name is on that list, then you got all the eyes on you, right? Like then like your draft stock automatically is risen. And so it can only it can fall, but if you ball out again and you remain one of the best receivers or one of the best at whatever you do, once you're on that watch list, and I think he knew that. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense for a lot of guys. That's why I'm glad you don't ding them if they don't if they stay for the fourth year.
So let's keep it moving. Anybody else you want to bring up on the wide receivers?
Man, I want to look at your list. So who's above Rosemary, Marcus, whatever?
Well, I pretty much said everybody. Keenan, Coleman, and Javon Baker, Brian Thompson. But
Oh, you got Keon Coleman.
yeah,
Is he right after Baker?
yeah.
You see, here's the thing, man.
And like I said, this is all a tier. They're all in the same tier to me. They really haven't
Yeah, yeah.
separated.
I like Keon, but he got a lot to learn too, as far as like getting open up. But he's so blessed, man. He's so blessed. Size, height, weight, speed. He's one of those like I think he started playing football late, but Michigan State was one of the few schools that allowed him to play basketball and football on the team. And like you get a D1 scholarship where both schools allow you to play both. Like, I mean, where both programs allow you to play both sports. Like that's almost unheard of now. But he did it at D1 schools, like Big Ten schools at that, right? And when he was at Michigan State, so Jaden Reed, he put up 1,000 yards at Michigan State. The next year, Jaden Reed comes back, and Keon Coleman leads the team in receiving, not Jaden Reed. And Jaden only missed like one game or something like that. And then Keon transfers to Florida State. Like the dude is like super talented, man. I'm just not really sure, like the way the game is played today, like if you're gonna be able to dominate from a volume standpoint. Because to get a lot of volume, you gotta have a lot of trust from your quarterback, or you gotta get open. and he don't got the route running nuance. He doesn't practice the nuance of the route running to get open on a consistent basis. He just uses his size and athleticism.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't. I didn't really ding him much, but I didn't. mm, I guess we'll see how I feel about him when his athletic testing. But the size, the wingspan, athleticism. Yeah, I mean, he didn't drop none of his on target passes, and he got an 8 out of 12.8. No on target passes dropped.
8 out of 12.8.
He had an 8 out of 12.8, so almost 13 yards. 8 out.
Oh, A dot. My bad. I
Yeah,
heard
8.
8 out of 12. My okay.
I know the last person that had a 13.8 out, you was giving excuses, but this man didn't drop any of them passes.
Nah, yo, look at Malachi Corley A dot.
Oh no, I don't want to look at that 8 out. I saw that 8
Yeah,
out. I don't
that
want to
shit
look.
like 5 or something like that. Like you better not be dropping passes. Um,
Oh, by the back, how you feel about him?
I don't know, man. It's really hard for me to trust in group of five wide receivers. I know that sounds terrible, but like at this point of the game, there's really no reason why top receivers are group of five wide receivers. You know what I mean? You got guys from Liberty that's getting 1,200 yards a season. They're gonna go to the transfer portal and try to get NIL money, and I get it, and that makes sense to me. Cool. And then you get it. You go transfer to LSU, and you barely get on the field. It's like that shows me like, all right, so who are you really? And I'm not sure Malachi Corley would have dominated in the same way, but it's unfair to him, man, because he doesn't really have. He's not in the type of offense, like he plays a specific role in the type of offense that's super limiting, which is why his ADOT is only 5 or 6 or whatever it is. But that's why the Senior Bowl is there, so you can take advantage of the Senior Bowl and be put in different positions and see if you can get out, get open downfield and intermediate on the outside on the boundary. People comparing him to Debo Samuel, and like we know that's crazy, but I just think the play style, right? Like it's in the body type, like real lean, thick, really good after the catch.
He need
He
the right.
reminds me of like a Carlos Henderson.
He need the right offensive coordinator.
Right, right.
If he gets the draft capital, and I'm more so feel comfortable with that because I know the team will push to put him out there. But if he don't get the draft capital, I'm not on it at all.
What's the draft capital?
You know what I need, second round.
Nah, it's not getting that, baby.
Or I need early third, like a couple of picks from the second round, like Tank Dell got.
Right, that's the first person I think of. There's a lot of good third round wide receivers, bro. So I'm a little confused as to why you don't.
But I do like Jacob Cowan though. He's the Jaden Reed of this class.
Oh, that's pretty high praise. I don't know. I was super high on Jaden Reed. I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I think he's one of those dudes. I like his profile because he like for a little guy he gets a lot of touchdowns, which that always sticks out to me because you can get in a red zone and do or near the goal line and do like back shoulders to guys that are 6'4", just like big bodies. If you're a little dude and you can get open within like close space, that says a lot to me. So I like Cowan. I do like Cowan. I like your list though, man. I like your little model list.
I don't know if you want to stay on receivers or you want to move on to running backs or what?
Let's say running backs for
Quarterbacks or what? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's
Because
do.
I think we might disagree on quarterbacks. I already know it.
All right. How about on the so the wide receiver class is large, deep, high in talent, all that. So it makes sense for us to spend an hour and a half on them. But let's do the next episode. We do I don't know. Let's do quarterbacks. Let's do running backs and tight ends, or the rest of them.
Okay, you ready for some talk quarterbacks?
Next episode.
Oh, you talking about next time? Because
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not even gonna.
what I need to know
I'm
is
not
there
even gonna push back.
anyone? Is there any what you call it? Is there anyone fighting for QB1? Is there is just one person, or could there be more than one QB1? Is anybody arguably beating Caleb, or is just Caleb outright? How you feeling about that?
Well, I think. Um.
You out of focus right now.
So you remember when Trevor Lawrence got picked, and I'm like, I didn't really think he was that much better than a lot of the other guys I was gonna. But it was.
Oh, hold up, a lot of other guys. I hope you mean the like one of the guys, not a lot of other guys.
I didn't think he was like they made it seem like he was ridiculous, like he was QB1 and no one was coming close, no one.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't really see it that way, right? Like, I'm not saying I was right or wrong. I just didn't really see it that way. But you couldn't have gone against it. Like you can't pick if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, you can't not pick Trevor Lawrence. You can't pick I don't know, Zach Wilson or Mac Jones or Justin Fields,
Yeah.
and then have Trevor Lawrence do better than them. You getting fired, right? Because it was like duh, like everyone in the world is saying this is the right guy, and you went against that, and whatever. So I think that's the same case here. I don't think Caleb Williams is flawless. All right, I think like if I wouldn't be surprised if Drake May had a better career. That's what I'm saying. I won't be surprised, but Caleb Williams is the right answer. Like you can't pick Drake May, and then Caleb Williams does better. You got to get fired for that, right? And I think that was the issue with the Panthers because I think the coaching staff wanted CJ Stroud and the powers like the actual authority figures like the owner and whatnot and maybe even the GM, they wanted Bryce Young.
And guess what? If I was I know I couldn't work in that. I couldn't be a coach because in order for a coach to stay in good standings with owners, they don't air the dirty laundry. But I got to be like, nah, I was against that.
Yeah, but the whole world knows that. Like they
I got
never
to let it
said
be
nothing.
known.
They never said nothing in public, but the whole world knows. Like they want to see
I
this
got to let it
guy.
be known. Like, yeah, I wasn't for that. They
And
did
and
that.
and
Now I'm getting paid. Look, I'm getting punished for what I didn't ask for.
but not only it's not like CJ Stroud became a Pro Bowler next year, like in 3 years. The man is damn near an All Pro. He's having the best rookie season ever. And
Yeah.
every week, the Panthers coaches got to look at it and be like, wow, like I told that motherfucker. And not only that, Bryce Young is looking like one of the worst
Well, I
first
don't.
overall quarterback
But
pick.
now that's a real question for you because if I can get Bryce Young for a second, I'll pull that all day because
Yeah,
I think he's a
everybody
buy.
would.
Do I think he's garbage? I don't think. I think when he get the talent around him, I think he'll be better. If I believe in my process, I did not see a garbage quarterback. I believe he need the talent to uplift him. I don't judge a quarterback for they just first year. I mean, some quarterbacks are gonna go have a rough year. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
no, most quarterbacks don't. So it's more normal for quarterbacks in their rookie year to look
Yeah.
like Bryce than it is for them to look like CJ.
Only thing it is, they keep on comparing him to Stroud. That's
It's
why
not
I'm
gonna
saying it's a
happen.
buying opportunity to me.
And they keep giving when I say they, I mean dynasty community, they keep giving AR-15 the benefit of the doubt. And it's just like he still has the same value that he had last year, and I don't know,
But
it
that's what
doesn't make
happened
sense
when
to me.
players get hurt.
It just but I don't know. I just like would you rather have CJ not CJ Stroud? Would you rather have Anthony Richardson or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields for me.
A lot of people were saying Anthony Richardson, and I
But
feel
I
like I'm
understand
losing my
you don't
fucking
know
mind.
what team Fields gonna play for next year though.
It
I
don't matter.
understand it.
No, it don't matter.
No, I mean everybody don't like the unknown, homie.
Uh,
That
I,
ain't for everybody.
I
Everybody
hear
don't like
you.
the unknown.
Here's the thing: if a team trades for him, it's because they're going to give him a long-term deal, right? And that's the same thing with Deshaun Watson. Like we didn't know he was going to suck it this
I was about
bad,
to
but
say, what do that mean nowadays? Just because they give you a long term deal, don't mean you're gonna be the long term quarterback. Shit, dude,
well,
Deshaun Watson might only have one more year as a quarterback, as a
no.
starting quarterback. He might only have one more year.
So I think that's me. So contracts matter, right? Like you can't cut a dude. Like you're not gonna cut a dude when you're gonna have to pay him $100 million because that's how it is. Like if they cut Deshaun now, they got to pay him like $60
I
million
ain't say
dollars,
now. I say he might
right?
one more year.
Even after
They
next year,
did
they
it
got
with
to pay him
Russell
thirty
Wilson.
more
Don't think
dollars.
they
Right?
won't do it with him. Don't think
Look,
it.
look. I'm just saying we gotta understand the contracts, right? So like Daniel Jones, he can't get cut right this year, but he can get cut next year because they don't. They
And it's
don't.
not just about cutting. They might make them the backup. You'll be an overpaid backup till we can cut you.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's what I'm saying. Like the team that trades for Justin Fields is only going to do so if they give him a long-term contract because they can't just make that trade. Whatever they got to give up to get him is not worth only having him for 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if he does do a deal, he's going to get enough guaranteed money over the course of 3 or 4 years. It doesn't make sense to cut him before 3 years. And that's the same time span that AR-15 has. He has probably 2 more years before it doesn't make sense to cut him. So it just doesn't make sense to me why people would rather have Anthony Richardson instead of Justin Fields because like he hasn't proven anything. Like and I think Fields is who people want AR to be. Like they don't think AR-15 is going to throw 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns. They think he's going to run 4,000 yards. They get them all these fantasy points. Justin Fields already did that. He already did it. Finished QB7. If AR-15 finished as QB7 next year, they're going to be like, that was a success. That was a good pickup. That's Justin Fields already did that. Imagine he gets traded to the Falcons.
I think I only have AR-15 in one league. If I can get Justin Fields and plus, hey, I'm happy. I
You
will
can,
try.
you can definitely get that. Like I'm in the group chat and they're like I'm the only one who would rather have Fields, and everyone's looking at me crazy. I'm getting dragged in there, bro. I'm getting dragged. Somebody block me. Like I'm getting dragged. um,
I
it's
don't
just
give
like
my opinions too much, nobody. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm more so of a competitive guy. Be like, bro, because those people that so quick to say something against what I say. Well, I need you to play in a fantasy league with me. I mean, that's just, at this point, that's how I be feeling. That's how old boy got in the fantasy league with me. The guy that turned his back on Diddy. Cat. There we go, Cat.
yeah, he's trash.
Did the Cat made the playoff? You calling him trash?
Oh, maybe I'm thinking about somebody else.
But no, you might be thinking about Winner or Lawson, one of the two people
Yeah,
that was talking trash that didn't make the
whoever
playoff.
told me that they was playing fantasy football for a long time,
But
I would
Cat,
never
but
forget
Cat,
that.
I met him at the Fantasy Football Expo,
Yeah,
and I gave my opinion on something, and he was just like, yeah, man, what?" And it was like, I want to play in a fantasy league with you. Bet. uh, my skills might be better than my opinions, homie. Come on, bring your ass on.
yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good for sure. I don't know
So,
how you ended up in last place in the dynasty league. You call yourself tank.
oh, because I
Yeah,
take.
but like the thing, what I don't understand is like that's a. I think you have
So
a good
this
team.
no, this would happen.
You have a good team. It doesn't. I
No,
don't.
this I'm about to tell you what happened. So I'm playing hard. This halfway through the season, I'm still I'm third to last. So I'm at the 10th spot. I'm trying to figure out why am I losing. I go look most points scored on in the league. I'm just getting rained on every week. Every week. And then I you know what? I said, well, it's time for me to make a conscious decision to go and get Marvin Harris on my team. That's what I decided. I'm saying
Mhm.
I'm paying this 80, go ahead and get Marvin Harris because this is not my season. I see that.
Right. I should have did that. I traded for Mahomes in one league, and it kind of messed up my depth. And I really needed depth this year. And now I can't. No one will take Mahomes off me.
Yeah, I mean nobody want to pay the Mahomes price. Plus he had a down year.
Had a down year for sure. You win some, you lose some, man. But all right, so Wednesday next week, 8 o'clock, same time, same place.
Yeah, and Caleb Willis is not my QB1. That's all I wanted to say. Same spot, same place.
All right, man. Look, I'm gonna need to hear about that. Whatever happens, hold your nuts through the whole process. Hold your nuts through the whole process, because you're not gonna learn nothing new about none of them.
No, you know what? I believe he's the QB1 for real NFL, but he's not the QB1 for fantasy. He should not be. He should not be your fantasy QB1. Not at all.
So you think Jaden Daniels is a QB1?
Definitely.
Is it just because he's
And I feel more confident. I feel more confident with Drake May putting up more fantasy points throughout his career. I feel more confident.
So Drake May does have a couple 100-yard rushing games. Like, dude is a phenomenal athlete, 6'4", 230, cannon for an arm. He's the prototypical quarterback, but Caleb been doing it at such a high level since he was a freshman. It's kind of hard to get off that square, you know.
Oh yeah, he have the most talented arm. It's not even a question. But does that equal a ton of fantasy points for me? That's not guaranteed a ton of fantasy points, especially if you get put in a bad situation.
I don't think Drake May is a better athlete than Caleb, though.
You think he's that much of a better athlete than May?
I
I'm looking. He ran a. I don't know. Like I was about to say, he ran a faster 40, but I don't know where player profile get their numbers from, bro. I be questioning. I'm wondering where they get the numbers because I can't find the numbers they be getting. I'm like, where y'all getting your numbers from, man?
Yeah, I wouldn't really look at player profile. I swear by player profile too. I just really wouldn't look at the numbers right
No,
now.
I'm just saying, like athletic testing, I don't know where they're getting their numbers from because I
Right.
can't
That's
find.
why I wouldn't even pay attention to them right now. As far not look at like the analytics, yeah, like dominator rating, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Not the athletic scoring. I wouldn't. I'll just wait to the combine and even the pro days after that. I like how they do the pro days though, because they get a little curve. The combine gets a little curve. They add .05 on the pro days, and I like that.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like I
Look,
said,
we're gonna talk about these quarterbacks. We're gonna talk about them because you opened up a lot of questions.
I just told anybody that wanted to hear if I had the 101, I don't mind having the 103. I don't mind trading back and getting the 103. If I had the 101, I'm gonna be fine with the 103. I'll probably be fine with the 104.
I'm about to say it sounds like you'd be fine with the 104.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine with the 104. Why? I don't need the 101. I don't need the 101 this year.
That's so crazy to me because I feel like Jaden Daniels is the quarterback. Is the only quarterback in this first round that may not get a second long-term contract. You dig? Like, I think he'll probably run for 800 yards, 700 yards, and that's going to mean a lot of fantasy points, right? But as far as like, you have to be a competent passer as a quarterback to be a long-term starter in the league. So
I think he'll be fine. If you think, I think he'll be just as fine as Fields. I think he'll be fine.
I think
he'll be as fine as Fields. I mean, if you think Fields gonna be fine, he'll be fine.
Jaden Daniels is fast. I think Justin Fields is faster.
Okay.
Not only do I think Justin Fields is faster, Justin Fields is 230 pounds. We'll be lucky if Jaden Daniels come in
Just
at
talk about
200.
throwing the ball. Now you switching to running. What will we go? Which one we gonna focus on?
Wait. I'm doing both, right? So I don't think like Jaden Daniels is going to be a better runner than Fields, and I don't think he's going to hold up physically because that's how you got to get your points with him early. I don't think he's going to be able to hold up physically like a Justin Fields or AR-15 would be able to do, or Lamar Jackson. Even Lamar was like 215.
You better put that padding on the same way. Is that AR-15 to be having all that padding? And somebody got this one quarterback just got padding everywhere. You
There's a
know,
Dak.
on the sides, on the back, like it's just padding everywhere. You better put the padding on.
Ain't no mobile quarterback. You know that. My bad. So, but my issue is with him, like, and I've seen it a couple times where people point this out, like, he very rarely does he take the first, not very rarely, but he should take the first simple read more, right? Like, there'll be a slant across the middle, wide open, like he'll hesitate on that and like run around a little bit so he can get something bigger. And just like, bro, you can't do that. Like we get like you're throwing to Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, but if you don't start reading that or picking that up quick or just getting it out, like it's gonna hurt him in the league. And this is the first guy. This is a fifth-year senior, right? And his first like really good season. I don't know.
Excellent. Not really good. It's excellent season.
Yeah. And so is Xavier Leggett.
It reminds me of Dante Smith type of season. That's what it reminds me of. Devontae Smith type of season.
Nah. Why does it remind you of that?
Because it just went crazy this season, like Devontae Smith did his last season.
Yeah, but Devontae Smith led his team in receiving yards his junior year, and that's when they had Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle.
Okay,
Devontae was in.
I was looking at them. He wasn't
It
the
don't
one.
matter. It don't matter. You can't act like he broke out his senior year. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he wasn't the one I was looking at.
He didn't break out his senior year. If you wasn't paying attention to him, that's on you, man.
Jaden Daniels' first year starting, you saying that?
No, I'm saying like this is his first good season.
No, this is great. Now this is excellent season. Can't just say good season, excellent.
This is his first good to great season. You call it excellent season, Heisman winning season, MVP.
That's what I'm saying. When you win a Heisman, it ain't no good, just good season. Yeah.
I mean, again, you call it what you want, but what I'm saying is he hadn't had a good season before then, or a great one. But if I'm being honest, like I don't really look at that kind of shit with quarterbacks. Like if you have a really good, if you have a really good season, your last season, you know, and that's all it takes. You know what I mean? I think quarterbacks they mature later as far as like how they process the game. All right, man. We said we wasn't gonna talk about quarterbacks the next week. You wrapped me in. Look, 2 hours. I'm getting trouble.
Jaden Daniels QB1. Once we'll mark it down.
And good luck with that, man. I'll see you next week.
Peace. All right. I'll holler at you, man.